Hey guys, what is going on? This is Dusty Dude, and in this episode, we're going to be getting into how to make TNT duplicators. And I've actually checked, and TNT duplicators are going to be around in 1.16, or at least they're not patched yet in the 1.16 newest snapshot. And I don't think that they're going to be going away, so I want to go ahead and make a video on how to make these things. So here we are in the newest 1.16 snapshot, which is 20W14A, and I've put together a TNT duplicator just to show you that TNT duplicators still work in the newest snapshot. As you can see, we're bombing one of the newer biomes here in the Nether. So I'm going to show you how to make 3 different variations. This one has a water stream just to make sure that the TNT always ends up in the same place. This is actually the TNT duplicator that we made with the tree farm, and some people are asking me to make an actual tutorial on just this one. So I want to go over this one in detail. And this one's just a normal one, so this one just duplicates TNT and then drops it down in one place and it explodes. We're also going to go over this version, which is the TNT duplicator with a timer on it, so that it will repeatedly just keep throwing the TNT down on a timer. And then this one is the flying machine TNT duplicator. So this is the one that I used in the video where we went ahead and made a giant hole in the same fashion that Mumbo Jumbo did in Hermitcraft in Season 6. So we're also going to be going over this flying design as well. Hey guys, so once again, I want to give you the opportunity to win a shout out in one of my upcoming videos. I'm going to choose a winner after a month. All you got to do to enter the win is leave a comment on this video and subscribe to me. And then you enter in to win to get a shout out on one of my upcoming videos in the future. So cool. Look forward to you guys subscribing and commenting, and let's get back into the content. So let's go ahead and start with just the normal design and go ahead and place the obsidian wherever you want this thing to be dropping. And keep in mind that when the TNT duplicator, or when the TNT drops onto this obsidian, it's not going to blow up anything underneath it. The obsidian will block that from happening. So go ahead and build up about 8 blocks from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go up 9 just to be safe. So you can go ahead and go up 9 blocks. And this is where we want the TNT to actually be falling. Go ahead and grab an immovable block. I'm going to go ahead and use leaves because this is most likely what you're going to be using in survival. This is what I like using in survival. Go ahead and build up these walls right here. And the bottom of that, put a little back on that. And then the front. So now the TNT is going to be dropping right where that obsidian is. Put a fence gate right there on top of the obsidian. Open that up. And I don't forget if I mentioned this, but the leaf blocks, just make sure that whatever block you use here, it's an immovable block. So that can be furnaces, droppers, obsidian. But I'm just going to use leaf blocks just because that's what you're most likely to use in survival. Alright, so once you've built this up, this is literally just for the water stream, and this just makes sure that the TNT drops in the same place every time. You can go ahead and build up those walls right there. Actually, we do not want that little leaf there, but go ahead and grab your slime and put it in this L shape like that. We're going to go ahead and put a coral fan right here. Make sure it's a coral fan and not just a coral block. It can also be a live one. Any other colors of the live coral fans is fine. I'm just going to use a dead one because it'll die anyways as soon as you put it out. Put a wall on this slime block right here. It can be any type of wall. You can put the TNT underneath right there. Put another L shape of slime like that. We need a detector rail right on top of that slime block. We need a minecart sitting on top of that. And then we just need any building block to back like that so that we can stick our sticky piston into that and face it into this whole thing. So now it's almost done. All we got to do is put a lever right there. Right now, the first time you do this thing, it's not going to make TNT. When you press this once, it primes it. So what it's doing is it's pushing this detector rail on top of the TNT. So now it's a live TNT, just the TNT doesn't know it yet. It needs a block update for it to realize that it is actual live TNT. Something about the coral fan actually makes it so it doesn't trigger this first time, but then it does trigger the rest of the times. This wall is keeping the minecart on top, and then all the slime blocks are just holding everything in place. So now you pull this back and you push it forward. The TNT goes, it's alive, it drops into the water stream, and it falls onto the obsidian block. So you can just sit here and keep doing this all day long. and it'll just duplicate the TNT for you. Great, so this is the first normal design all done. So I have a structure block here. I actually copied that structure right there, and I'm just gonna load in this structure for the second design. And that's just because it is exactly the same design. We just need to add a hopper clock onto the back. So now you can see I need the primate, and then it duplicates the TNT. Great, so that works perfectly. Now I just need to add a hopper clock onto the back here. So build out 4 building blocks out from the bottom of that, and then 1 up on top. We're gonna need redstone dust right here on both of these blocks that go up like that. We need 2 hoppers that are facing into each other in the middle here, and this is a Etho hopper clock. So Etho designed this, and it's really cool. I use it in a lot of builds, and it'll be very useful for you to use as well. Go ahead and stick 1 sticky piston facing into the hoppers that way, and 1 that way. And once we have it looking like this, we will need to get a block of redstone, put it right there on either one of those guys, either one of these sticky pistons, and then put about 5 items into one of the hoppers here. And now this thing is on a timer. So now about every 2 seconds, it'll drop a TNT. So this is just a continuous TNT dropper. So if you want a query, if you want to just build a query and be AFK and just let it do it automatically, this is what you'd build. This is also actually the same design as I have on the automatic tree farm over there, that I have blowing up the trees from the TNT farm. Let's go ahead and turn this one off. To turn it off, there's just a switch on it right there, where if you just power this, then it will no longer go back and forth. And now let's build the last design. For last design, make sure you build it up at least 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so now we just need to build the flying machine again. So I'm just gonna build it, and then I'll cut back in when it's all built. So now this is the design that we're used to, and once we have this built, you can go ahead and get rid of that block right there. Put a sticky piston right there. Put a little slime on top of the sticky piston like that. And then this one's always tricky to get this one in here. We're gonna have to face 2 observers facing into the slime blocks. And when I say facing, I don't mean their little face sticking into the slime block. I mean the way that the redstone signal is gonna go. So now this thing is all done. This is now a flying machine TNT duplicator, but I need to make these stations for it. So that we'll be able to go ahead and stop this thing. So I'm just going to build one like this. You need a block right here that you can face the observer into, or put the observer into. Put an immovable block behind that. You can go ahead and build or break the block in front of there. Put a repeater on there, set the 2 ticks, and then a redstone dust. Then all you need to do is shift click and put an iron trap door on the front. So this station's all done. Let's just put a lever on there so that we can turn it on and off. When this is switched on like that, when there's power going to it, this is off. And then we will need one on this side. So let's go ahead and build it over here. Break all of these blocks. And do you see how this one is facing, this observer is facing into this observer? That's how you need it on both ends. So you need to build it off of this observer so it lines up and it will attach to that one. Put an observer facing into that block like that, then put an immovable block behind it. Repeater, set the 2 ticks, put the redstone dust behind that, and go ahead and break the obsidian in front of there. And then you need to put the iron trapdoor in front of it. And I missed the first time, so I need to reset that to 2 ticks. Make sure that's set to 2 ticks. And just put a lever on there just so that we can turn it on and off. But I'm going to leave it on for now so that we can get this thing going. Let's turn this one on as well. And then to start this thing, just see, to know which observer you want to trigger, come down here, look at which slime block the observer is facing into, and see which piston it's gonna activate. And you want the piston that's gonna push forward to activate. So I would put something in front of this observer to make it go that way. You know what I did right there? I removed the obsidian too fast, so it triggered the observer twice. So I'm just gonna have to rebuild this really quick. Okay, so yeah, don't do what I just did there, but all you need to do is place a block down. As soon as it moves, then you can remove the block and it should work fine. This thing is only going to trigger going one way, so it only triggers going this way. And now this thing will just go back and forth, dropping TNT. So this is how you would remove a lot of the nether structures, the nether fortresses, to get an area where you can get a wither skeleton farm going. This is also how I made my huge quarry in my other video, if you want to check out that video. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off before it blows up too much of the dirt right there. And that is our third design. Cool, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one's a lot of fun. I know a lot of you guys were asking for it. So if you learned something new or you like this video, definitely leave me a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. And if you like Minecraft automation, that is what my channel is all about. So please consider subscribing if you do like Minecraft automation and tutorials and cool builds like this. I appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, bye-bye for now.